This wasn't the first time Vegeta had felt the power of this form. But a Saiyan stronger than himself had its source completely suppressed, reversing all the dangerous progress his strength had ever made. His body already exhausted, Vegeta had no fight left in him. There's no way Vegeta can take this Saiyan on by himself. But he's the only one who's capable. Vegeta kept trying to mirror Goku's every move. That had to be the answer to unlocking his version of the ultimate form. But even the Saiyan Prince could see this was the end. Vegeta's potential would never be reached. But isn't reaching for full potential overrated? Vegeta was lucky to be helping the attacking Saiyan.
Me, Vegeta didn't have the benefit of absorbing the energy from the Saiyan ritual. He had to figure it out all from scratch.
It seems like Vegeta was going against everything he'd ever trained for. But he wasn't. He was raising the chances of his family's survival. Saving Universe 7 would be easier if Vegeta chose to let the Saiyan invader win. Wasn't that his goal to begin with?
Sure, I get how you feel, I do, but you going there won't help. Just let Goku handle this.
Even while in second place, Vegeta had given to the cause of his enemy's success. Vegeta had never had a loss be this harsh on him. To be so proud of his intense training, but to come out as a useless ape. Being such an embarrassment. No wonder the real Prince of Saiyans was defeating Vegeta. But Vegeta decided to challenge that concept. Why keep trying? Block it from his mind, or even try running away from it. This type of loss can never be escaped. And in that moment, it was time for Vegeta to face the hidden Saiyan Whis had uncovered. The only thing suppressing Vegeta's potential was himself.
Is this truly the best I can do?
You'll never defeat Lord Beerus. The most crucial skill you lack is a method for controlling your energy.
Either awakening the higher power, or give up on finding the greater power he knew he was capable of.
Make me your student, please, and I won't let you down.
And it wasn't hard to see which student was ready for that next step.
Haven't you taken them to you-know-where?
That is certainly part of my plan, my lord, but I hardly think they're at that stage.
Vegeta was more prepared than even Goku.
Nice, Vegeta! Should have known you'd figure it out.
But Goku always had to come first. And Vegeta's first warning slipped away to nothing. Vegeta wouldn't let one moment tear him away from Whis' training. Controlling his energy was the one thing that would take him to his most powerful form. Vegeta's never-ending weakness truly was the hardest obstacle he'd ever faced. But there was one reason left to hold on to. His special training that night would soon reward him. The more Ultra Instinct showed its benefits, though, the harder it was to believe Vegeta would be able to call himself Goku's equal ever again. However, Vegeta didn't find Goku's new ability quite as amazing as everyone else seemed to make it, but not because of the lame excuse his old, weaker self would have made. Vegeta finally saw that hating Goku for surpassing him again wouldn't get him anywhere. Who cared about Goku's progress anymore? No matter how far he went, Vegeta was focused on one thing only: meeting the maximum control of his own energy was all Vegeta could see, a feeling he should have enjoyed while it lasted. Regardless of all that extra training with Whis, regardless of all the extra time spent in the hyperbolic time chamber, with less time and less effort, Goku had surpassed Vegeta's control of Ki. How had things flipped upside down so quickly? All that new power. He was so sure in what he was hiding from everyone that even after seeing the condition Jiren had left Goku in, now where was all that confidence? It was in that moment Vegeta realized his mistake. It didn't seem the smart decision anymore to continue on this path towards his energy's ultimate control. What a waste of time it was already turning out to be. The Saiyan who's always behind. How hard he tried to ignore his failure. No other trial had ever been this difficult to master, nor this hard to find within himself. Challenging Vegeta, not just to push beyond his limits, but to completely separate his body from his mind. The erasing of his universe was falling onto his shoulders, because learning the control of his Ki wasn't the only weakness Whis needed Vegeta to fix.
Still thinking before you move rather than just moving. And I'm afraid this habit is especially strong with you, Vegeta.
Yeah, you really do like to overthink stuff, Vegeta.
Oh, shut your face. You're only thinking less because you're an idiot.
Why was he being punished for planning his every step in a battle? It was getting clear that constant attacks weren't what pushed Goku into unlocking such a superior technique. Vegeta listening to Whis was the only choice. He would finally have to face his most difficult handicap. And if there was any time to go head-to-head with that weakness, that moment had come. Jiren had had more than enough experience with the abilities of a Super Saiyan Blue, but Vegeta was determined to prove. Appearance was the only similarity between his form and Goku's. However, the range and differences between them was limited, and this was the unstoppable Jiren. Vegeta's lack of hesitation would definitely cost him. As strong as Vegeta's royal pride was, No emotion was enough to stand against such physical might. But since the day Whis became his teacher, Vegeta had never given up. Was it finally time to just lay there? Should he be doing nothing as he watched Goku save them all? Just lay there? That's exactly what Vegeta should have done. Vegeta would never escape his flaws.
Still thinking before you move rather than just moving. And I'm afraid this habit is especially strong with you, Vegeta.
Vegeta had fallen to the weak Saiyan inside him after all. Surpassing Goku's ability to let his mind take over would never happen now.
貴様が強いことは十分に分かった。それでも俺は貴様に勝ったから。だから俺のやることで限界を加えてやる。
So what if he couldn't master his weaknesses in the same way as Goku? It was time to give up, trying to become something he just wasn't. Vegeta had finally accepted his defeat.